Hi. Now you're probably ready to hear about an actual example of a client that's used 21st century enlightenment in their life, how it's working better than previous beliefs and theories that they'd used before, and how it's gotten them through some tough times, including a global pandemic and some personal tragedy. But first, let's recap. My name is Renee Feeler. In the previous 4 videos, we covered a lot of groundwork, and I showed you how to quickly get started with 21st century enlightenment. We even went through the entire blueprint of how to deploy it in your life. In case you haven't watched those first 4 videos, I do recommend that you start there first. I took a lot of time to make sure that everything that you need is in those, and I don't want you to miss out on any of the important strategies and practical tools that were offered in each of those. A lot of the information that I've already provided you with will get you much farther in personally connecting to Source, Creator, God, and make much better sense of this reality and how it actually works than most paid courses in the spaces of self-help, personal growth, spirituality, consciousness, ascension, and even philosophy. In this video, we're going to do something different. I'm going to walk you through an actual case study. 21st century enlightenment provided one of my audience members with a system and tools and a framework for healing and well-being and even thriving, including amidst the tragic loss of her daughter Ashley in a terrible car accident. When a belief system can get you through the toughest times, you know it's something that can help you feel stable and connected to source energy in a loving, compassionate, grace-filled way, no matter what we face here. Check out this part with Renee. I'm here with Renee Romero.
I think I've always been a seeker. I've just been one of those type of people that are always seeking. I tried on a lot of different suits also, with my crystals and the yoga and, the music and, I went too. Yeah. And I liked being in those upper chakras. It's kind of fun, but then you need another hit and another hit.
Thank you for saying that. And my interpretation is it's because it's unsustainable. So you're up in your upper chakras, you're not really in your lower chakras. So there's this constant adjustment you're constantly needing to make to get your fix of feeling high. And you're not all the way embodied, so it's an unsustainable high.
Right.
Does that describe it well for you, or what else would you add?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Your spiritual fix.
Where before I was always relying on other things, whether before it was the Bible, which never made sense to me. I mean, I know it does to other people, but it didn't for me, or law of attraction. And I went down that road, and it was okay for a while, but that didn't work out for me either, because I felt like I had to be positive all the time. And who can be positive all the time? It just puts so much expectation on yourself to be positive and to be happy and it was a job. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. And I was always afraid of making a mistake and getting angry. And
it's like afraid of what you might think next.
Exactly. Well, I was already seeking, and I was already dabbling in law of attraction and things like that. And then tragically, my daughter died. She was in a horrific car accident, and she was 22 years old. And that was a rough time in my life.
Was there a part of you, because I see this with my clients that have, stage 4 cancer, or they have their own version of loss. And when they're trying to apply the law of attraction teachings and something like that happens, they immediately blame themselves.
Definitely. Yes.
Because they're told, and you were told in that belief system, that you create your reality.
Right.
Was there a part where you started to question God?
Actually, what was for me, I was still playing with, this is a school, Earth is school. So to make sense of this, I right away went down that road. Well, this must have happened for a reason. There's a reason why. There's a lesson to be learned here. And so I played with that for a while until I met you. I heard you, and it was such a different way of looking at things, the way you look at things, the way you open up space for things or for ideas, I guess I should say, made a lot of sense to me, and I appreciated that. I seek truth. I want truth. Now, I don't always get truth, but I really want truth, and I'd rather have the truth of things happen.
Yeah.
This is life. This is Earth. This is just what, things happen, and it's sad and it hurts. I feel like I have more sympathy and empathy for people now when they go through things, because I'm not going to make up a story and tell them that God needed an angel. I feel like into a wider sense of space that I have, because truly all I need is me.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I love crystals. I love all the other stuff. But I don't need it. I don't need it to find an answer or to seek truth or to look at the world in a certain way. I can go within and find what I'm looking for or do some research.
That's huge. So is there part of you that, do you think this would work for everybody?
Oh, I think so. Well, I would love to think that it would work for everybody. Let's put it that way. But some people don't want it to work. Some people like their stories, or some people like where they're at, and that's okay. Also, what I like what we do is we allow ourselves to grow and to come up with new ideas.
So true.
And that's what's fun about it, and that's what's exciting about it. Wow, what else is here? What other angle is here? What else,
And we're participants in the creation of the philosophy.
Yes.
Yeah. Are those your favorite experiences that we do together, where we're on the verge of something and it's like, oh, wait. And then all of a sudden we have another way of looking at it that like, oh, this fits together this way, and I didn't see it before. And maybe that means this. Are those your favorite calls too?
Favorite. My favorite. Well, I think now I rely on myself, on my inner wisdom more than anything else. It's a sense of agency, it's a sense of going within, taking a pause, relaxing into it, and not always having the answer, but knowing that I will get there, or I will find something, or I will research something.
How do you apply 21st century spirituality to that situation now?
Well, this is Earth. And I honor, as I've told you before, I honor the fucked up along with the divinity. It is. It's when those things happen, it's horrible. It's awful. It changes your life.
Yeah.
But this is Earth, and we are going to die. It's a vibration. It's an energy source that's always inside of us, but when you're allowing it to open and close and expand and widen, I believe other people can feel that when they walk into the space.
Wow. When you just said that, what I was noticing is that you're a purer version of love, of compassion, of grace and understanding. And you're you're no longer operating in that system of I have an assessment of what you're supposed to be working on or what you're supposed to be dedicated to, and I'm going to be assessing you, because others can feel that.
Yes. And holding space is just it's a beautiful term.
It is.
Because I think with your work, I've learned how to hold space for myself.
Mm.
So then it's okay to hold space for other people because I am allowing myself that grace. It's so hard to put into words because for me, it's constantly growing. It's constantly expanding.
Mm. It's a system of freedom.
Yes, exactly.
It's a framework of creation.
Mm-hmm.
That is internally led and internally inspired.
Exactly.
With less rules.
Yeah.
And less risk of mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Less insecurity and doubt about whether you're on your purpose, whether you're living your purpose, whether God's happy with you, whether your team is trying to bark instructions at you.
Right.
I'm speaking more for myself in this regard, but it sounds like
how
it feels to you too.
Yeah. You're like pulling these words right out of my mouth. I'm like, yes, Jill, thank you.
Were there certain teachings other than law of attraction that worked for you before that now, or do they still work at all? Or are you like, no, I've let them all go in place of?
I've let them all go, Jill. Yeah, all.
So this 21st century enlightenment felt like an update and an upgrade from all of those things.
Yes.
Okay.
I think though, for me, when I feel truth,
mm-hmm.
when truth feels good to me, I can latch onto it right away. It's like, oh, so I might not have needed all those steps.
Oh, wow. But they were there when you needed them. You took what you could out of it, and then you let them go when you felt like you had something better.
I knew you were different. I knew it was different, and I knew I wanted a part of it. But it doesn't make it all easy though either.
No.
I don't like to, I'm trying not to complain, but I mean, it is rough getting COVID and not being able to figure out what, or all these other things. It is, you've gone through things also. And I think sometimes it's important to tell people that too, we're not sugarcoating anything or.
No, I still got shingles. You still got COVID. I had somebody run into my car a couple of years ago at a parking lot. I'm glad that you mentioned this. Thank you. Because that is what some seekers are shooting for. That's their goal, is to have nothing bad happen to them in their lives.
Right.
And that's the promise, right? Is if you just get your energy field aligned enough, if you're in the zone, and if your thoughts are positive enough, then nothing bad will ever happen to you.
Right.
And it's just like, where are you getting these instructions and where do you think you are?
Exactly.
Because that's just it's so deceptive.
It is. It is.
Thank you and no wonder I get those clients that are brand new to me. I, haven't seen their name before as my Jill anyway. And they're like, I'm going through this horrible divorce. I just need to know what I did to attract this narcissist. What was I thinking marrying this person and having children with this person? What did I do so that I don't do this again? And I'm like, wow, they're taking this personally. They're taking everything personally. And that's not fair to them. And
It's not.
accurate. It's not true. Wow. Oh, Renee. Gosh, no wonder we love what we do so much, right?
Yes.
That's pretty inspiring, yes? Imagine being able to walk through all of these steps with me, logically and carefully, as I show you how and why humanity exists, how humanity becomes updated, how we get into and out of this reality, and how we know whether these concepts are true, while being there for you and helping you every step of the way to make sure you get results. Imagine how much time and money you'll save by having everything you need in the workshop. This is by far the best program I've ever created, wrapping so many things into one workshop. I can't even believe we did it. Taking spirituality and consciousness truly to the next level. Innovators of consciousness and enlightenment, not satisfied with what we've been handed, knowing that we can do better. That being said, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.